know Maternity Voices represents the voices of women across Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly to help transform maternity care. So the voices of women and families are really important for the transformation of maternity care across the country, not just in Cornwall. And what we do is we go out to hard to reach places and also speak with women from many different communities to help get a equal representation of feedback to be able to transform maternity care for future families.
It's very much women-centred care. It always has been, but there's more emphasis nowadays on really listening to what women want, what their families want, and what they want from their labour and the birth of their child. So this was very much driven by the women of Cornwall. We always have had freestanding midwifery units, but they're outliers, so they're a little bit further away from the hospital. Women wanted somewhere that was midwifery run, but that was close or within the hospital at the same time, because we know that home births, if your pregnancy hasn't got any complications, it's the best place for you to be, but this gives the same home from home atmosphere as a home birth does, or as close to as it can.
We know from the birthplace study that it's the safest place for a mother to have her baby if she hasn't got any risk factors is in a low risk setting, and so that's one of the things that we really wanted to ensure that women had as a choice of place of birth is somewhere that is a low risk setting. And
sadly, we can't open our doors to every single woman, but we are making, or we have made efforts on Delivery Suite to actually create the same atmosphere, the same calm, promote undisturbed birth as much as we can there for those women that sadly couldn't come to the birth centre.
We've got a very strong head of midwifery that's been new in post now for the last year, so that's been a huge difference for us. And she's adamant that we're going to be keeping open our birth centres in our community when a lot of places we know around the country are unfortunately closing. So we feel very privileged and lucky that Cornwall is standing head and shoulders above the rest of the country where that's concerned.
Parents absolutely love it. The minute they walk through the door and see the room where they're going to meet their baby, they are very, very emotional, and the feedback is always incredible. They thank the staff, they thank us for providing such an amazing space for them.
I'd say this was my second child that I had here in the birth centre, and I had such a positive experience. I think I was surprised by how brilliant it was, really.
In maternity, we trialled a new staff engagement platform called Improve Well, which is where staff on the shop floor who know the problems can highlight the problems but come up with the solutions, because they're the ones that are going to know how it works. So it's just a simple app, and then they can put in the problem they've identified and then come up with a solution, and then they can be supported to put that improvement in place. So it's really valuing staff for what we know that they're capable of, and what's important to them, and that then has a direct impact on the care that we deliver our patients with. And so that it really has made a big difference to how staff feel valued for the part that they play.